Okay, day 2. Here we go. We're here in the morning of day 2 of the convention. Got some Wolfpack being played, some more of the some more of the Ring being played. What's the status? It looks like
Saruman's got a mess on his hands.
Saruman does have a mess on. Is that a Free People's Invasion of Orthanc? Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not been pretty.
The Rohirrim have answered the call.
Well, they've totally ignored Gondor. They're worrying about their own.
Oh, yeah, I see. And there's a bunch of orcs.
Even the Corsairs of
Corsairs
Umbar
have tried
showed up to help in Orthanc and got completely decimated.
Wow. Okay, all the history already. I see that the orcs are on the doorstep, though.
Orcs are on the
Minas Tirith,
doorstep.
yeah.
It's happening.
Cool. Conflict of Heroes. 1918-1919 storm in the west. Cool.
Bold before the leaves fall.
Yeah. This year, anyway. For the people. Apparently there was a note sent that all the Civil War games had to be on tables next to each other.
I want to say we just finished summer. I already have Missouri, so no big deal. And
Yeah. Is this a Super Bowl Is this a sign about the Super Bowl? Yeah. Nice. Great War Commander being played over here, which is really cool. It's Combat Commander World War I. Again, a game that I need to come back to at some point. We got The Hunt, Matthias Kramer over there being played. It's a great game, hidden movement game about the North Atlantic in World War II. Space Corps. All in 44. Being played here. Looks like 30 Corps has broken through along the highway. And how are the airborne? How are the British airborne doing? Not bad. Greatest Day GTS still happening. We got a play test of Jeff Phipps's Bellow Wood, his World War I Grand Tactical Game Rifle in Space, Volume 2. So that's awesome. Got some Commands and Colors Ancients. More Library of Napoleonic Battles. They're going at it pretty hard. Victory Roads.
They're running.
I see that. The progress has been since yesterday. Nice. Very nice. This is Other Side of the Hill. Yeah, thank you. Are you liking it so far?
I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on here.
Every game I've asked you, are you liking this? You're like, I don't know. So far this convention. I do want to play this. It looks pretty cool.
I was really keen to try it. Right now, I don't know.
It's more interesting in 1941.
Well, I think these two positions have a lot more to do than our two.
Okay.
I think that's a factor.
That's definitely true in 1939.
Yeah.
Well, and I think
Okay, Ancient Head of Operations. Yeah. This looks like some sort of sci-fi game. What game is this, Steve?
Warp Gate.
Oh, Warp Gate.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's cool.
all right. This is
Quarter of the complexity and time of Twilight Imperium, but you don't get as much out of it.
Same vibe.
Yeah.
Space 4X kind of thing. Yeah. Looks like programmed moot turn stuff. Is that the deal?
Well, you get your cards and you go through 4 card plays.
I see.
I'm setting up my cards because I do my order ahead. I think I'm going to do it.
I see. Cool. What is this? This is
Gallerist.
Gallerist. Okay, yeah. Vital Lacerda?
Are you an influencer?
No. I'm just taking a video. Lord of the Rings Duel. Nice. Duel for Middle Earth, I think is what it's called. This is the Seven Wonders Duel applied to Lord of the Rings, right? Yeah. This looks really cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun one, actually.
Yeah. Cool. Struggle of Empires.
So basically, it's 2 to 0.
No, he's got army.
Martin Wallace. This is the new version.
naval battle.
A game that I played a couple years ago and did not enjoy whatsoever.
Right, but he could.
Got some Here I Stand.
Yeah, I think these 4 guys have played assault. Yeah. If you put these 4 guys there, you'll be fine.
Pope is out in front. And over here, River Valley Glassworks. Cool. I like the little colored beads. All right, I'm gonna check out the swap meet. In the final game, I forgot to look at on the tables. OCS Guderian's Blitzkrieg 2. Looks like the Gates of Moscow scenario.
Northern Pinchers, I think it's called.
Nice.
Northern Pincers.
Northern
5.3.
Pincers. Germans trying to break through that Soviet line. Nice
Building the drive after the Battle of Smolensk.
Mm.
Operation Typhoon.
Oh yeah, there's Smolensk right there. Almost there. And here's Thunder on the Mississippi, where we are here in turn 23. Actually going to be turn 24. And the siege is almost complete. I have pushed the Confederates back right to the city. I just need to cut off the city's line of communication north and south, which I'm trying to do this turn. Okay, day 2. It's the evening, it's dinner time. We'll see what kind of activity we got going on. It looks like there's a lot of transition happening in the room. I might go downstairs as well, but we do have a game here of Last Light Infinity set up. This is a really cool looking game. I've never even heard of it. It's got like little orbs, marble things going on. Looks like some sort of like sci-fi exploration game. I got a bunch of stuff on this table. Got Triumph and Tragedy going over here. Another game of this weekend. We got Lock and Load showing off some of their products, including the production copies of Blood and Fury 85, shipping now, World at War. Blood and Fury World at War 85, I should say. Glory and Empire First Victories, that's also shipping soon. Point Blank Winter Victory, which is upcoming. This game, which I saw last year, Close Quarter Battles Waterloo. It's Napoleonics at the regimental scale, battalion scale. I think it's battalion scale, so it's like really small. So it's the battles of Waterloo around Hougoumont here, and it looks really good. Here's the rules. It's only, I think, like 9 or 10 pages of core rules, and then all the scenarios are in here. And then Lock and Load was telling me that this will be coming to pre-order pretty soon, but you can see that the counters are really nice. And then different shapes to indicate things. The maps look awesome. Yeah, so I think it's battalion scale, Napoleonic. So it's like very small, focused engagements around popular Napoleonic battles, and then of course JU-87 Stu is also shipping now. Here I will come back to check in on where we are on Thunder on the Mississippi. We have made it to turn 51 on day 2, and I think we can probably make it to turn 55 or so. So we're closing in on the end. You guys are cleaning up another Civil War game here. Who won?
Union, spring in 1964, strategic will victory. I took Richmond.
Okay, yeah.
He conceded the remaining 4 will points.
It looked like it was going to be tough for him. He needed to get me from 54 down to 0, and in the first 3 card plays,
It's like 40-ish strategic will, 40-something.
Oh, wow.
50, I think.
50-something,
yeah.
I destroyed the Army of Virginia, took the Capitol, destroyed Richmond.
Oh, my
And
God.
then the Emancipation Proclamation plus
Oh, yeah,
the other
you
thing.
played.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had no choice but to play it. Yeah.
You did it ahead of schedule. So this is
Yeah.
1864.
I was getting a little nervous.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know if I'm going to take all these states. So.
Nice. Here we got Worthington's 1944 D-Day to the Rhine. I have played this. I wasn't a huge fan, but the counters in production look amazing. Here we've got OCS, Guderian's Blitzkrieg. They're still going at it. It actually, pretty major German breakthrough on the right side here, and then the Germans climbing up this side of the map to try and encircle the Soviets. Actually, they did. You can see that the little tendrils coming out here. The Russians in kind of a bad spot here as they're trying furiously to defend Moscow. So that's pretty cool to see played. Looks like they got more OCS over in the corner. Looks like a small scenario of forgotten battles that is being punched and played right now. Is this
1435.
1435, thank you.
Yeah.
Is this the small learning scenario?
Yeah,
guys are
it's
playing?
a scenario, yeah.
Cool. It's brand new. Just came out. Waterloo Campaign, 1815. Nice. It's like the French confronting the Prussians here on the right flank. That's a really good game. I love that game. Bella Wood playtest is happening. We got still Utah Beach here. Greatest Day.
Headed out over that way.
So is this company level? Do I read that right?
They've been playing that all day. We got some Blind Swords happening over here. Thunder in the Ozarks.
Hey, Justin.
Hey.
You should have been here a turn ago. I was doing well.
Yeah, I blame myself.
So that's all of ours. Like we're not going to play 39.
Other side of the hill still going. Have the Germans lost the war yet?
Just about.
Okay.
We're about to start 1943.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll make it to 44. We'll see how the offensive goes.
So what you're telling me is you are a terrible general staff, all 4 of you.
The blame will fall on one.
Yeah, right.
He's not here to defend himself.
The sum is worse than the whole is worse than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, looks like that. If you're going to lose the war in 43, not a good effort. Victory road's ongoing. The Russians, wow, look at that.
He just, felt sorry for me.
Yeah, whatever.
The push is on. You've made it like 50% across the map. Cool.
We'll be here a long time.
People enjoying some dinner right now because that's about what time it is. We got another space game over here. Gaia Project.
Only those on Grape.
That's cool.
They're really hot.
Steam time. People learning that as well. I'm gonna go over this way. Looks like we got a game of Wellington. Have we started playing Wellington yet? No, setting up. This is a fantastic game. The Peninsular War of Napoleonic Era. It's a 2v2 game. Spain and the Brits versus two French commands under Soult and Joseph, I believe, or Sachet is the French army in the south. And it looks like we got some Red Dust Rebellion happening again tonight here, which has been pretty popular. All right, let's go check out where we are in Thunder on the Mississippi. Okay, Thunder on the Mississippi, turn 51. It has been a very eventful day of playing. As you can see, the board state has changed quite a bit. First of all, let's zoom in here. My greatest success is the Union. We have begun the Siege of Vicksburg, and we've had it going now for 26 turns. The forts ringing the city here, this one is the weakest. We've been rolling pretty well on that one. And we've got, I believe it's, who's under Grant right here? It's the 17th Corps is in position there to assault when the time is right. One more roll, we destroy that, and then that'll happen potentially on turn 55. The rest of the battle has not gone the Union's way. As you remember, we had basically contained the Army of Relief here in Jackson. But then they got a lot of reinforcements. I wasn't able to take the city. They started to outflank me, my fortified positions around the city, so I started to back up. And then we had a turn or two where the Confederates won a ton of initiatives all in a row. They managed to surround and put pressure on the entire army of maneuver under Sherman, who is kind of along, we had fallen back, we were kind of along this line here, then they got surrounded up in this area, took some heavy losses. In fact, the Confederates clawed out 29, probably like 15, 16 losses to the Union, which has put me behind the 8 ball in terms of victory points there. I wasn't able to do much back to them. I was kind of scattered. I was trying to pull back. I got caught again. We had a big battle here. I was retreated. We had a big battle here. A lot of the Confederate cavalry is harassing me. I was finally able to extricate some amount of Sherman's divisions back across the Big Black River, and while that was going on, I was in the process of destroying every single crossing across the river that I possibly could. So as you can see, every single ferry all the way up, especially in here, destroyed. I've basically been on a mission to make it as hard as possible for the Confederates to come back across the river. He did manage to sneak a cavalry across there, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job. That's going to really limit his options for coming back at me. There's only 2 roads that come through Yazoo County here to the north, and that's a long way to march if he wants to try and take that back. So I've got a lot of manpower, got a lot of reinforcements that have come in. I've just got to be able to move them into position. But it was a really good counter thrust by the Confederates, and that's my fault for not being able to take Jackson. I dithered a little bit too long in my hurry to get Vicksburg under siege. Do I regret the decision? I don't. I think Vicksburg under siege early, on turn 24 I did it, was the right move, and I still can win the game, I believe, if I'm able to take it quickly. If I can take it before turn 70, I think I'm still in a good position. So we just got to make sure that we're playing intelligently, figuring out what he's going to do with his army here, the Army of Relief under Johnston. It's going to be pretty difficult. I've really fortified the one single approach towards the city, and I have the option to destroy those bridges or those ferries if I need to, if he gets close enough. So we'll see how it goes. But having a ton of fun. This is a great game. It's got a lot of wild swings, and it's got a really interesting tempo to it. The Union is aggressive early, no Confederate manpower, pushing up. They're trying to be delayed. Confederates fall back behind the river. They start to blow the bridges and ferries. The Union's got to march up as far as they can. Maybe they go for Jackson. Maybe they try and outflank the Confederate positions towards Vicksburg. Whatever happens there, the Confederates are building manpower over here in Jackson. if the Union doesn't take it, Union's got to fight through the defenses, and it was a real slog to get the city under siege. Then once the siege is established, the game really picks up and goes quickly because the end of turn, basically the turns end when any doubles are rolled once that starts for a little while, until the Army of Relief comes online, which he rolled pretty badly for, but now that they're online, the turns have picked up again. He's able to counterattack. I have to fall back, and I'm trying to blow the river. I'm in the position that he was in to start with, so it's a really, really, really great, tense game that's really interactive and has a lot of different types of gameplay. There's not just attacker defender. You have a lot to really contend with from on each side. So it's really awesome. It's probably like going to be on my top 10 list, maybe even top 5 at the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. I feel pretty good about where I am, but it's not totally sealed yet, and I really appreciate that because with 20 turns to go, it's anyone's game. All right, let's take a look at what's going on downstairs. First time I've been down here. Looks like a sort of Rome game just wrapping up.
You can play it with a minimum of 3, but it's best with 5 because that's when you get the Carthaginians.
Who won?
The Greeks.
Oh, nice.
Greeks won. What was it on turn? We got 5 turns in, 6 turns in.
Okay.
And he finally, Ethan got all the way to 12 for the Greeks.
Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, the only time I've ever won this game was with the Greeks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I gave it to him.
What are we playing here?
Feudum.
What's it called?
Feudum.
Feudum?
Yeah.
Feudum. Oh yeah, look at that. I like the artwork. And those chunky, blocky, are those dice?
They're like markers.
Markers,
but
yeah. That's cool.
We don't roll them.
Nice. And probably some other games happening down here today that I haven't gotten a chance to check out. What's been in here? Nothing. This is where the ASL Championship's going to be happening, probably this weekend. So nothing going on right now. And I'm going to go eat and continue Thunder on the Mississippi. All right, last check-in for Thunder on the Mississippi today. It looks like we're going to finish this up tomorrow. We are on turn 64 of 70. The assaults on the destroyed fortresses around Vicksburg have begun. They have not been going well. Grant tried to do a grand assault here, failed, took 2 losses. Going to try again on this next turn, maybe, hopefully. Well, I got to degrade that fort, so I'm getting in a position to try and do it. But I think the problem that I run into here is that the Army of Relief was so strong and their counterattack so powerful, I was forced to use most of my manpower to guard the river and instead of sieging the city, and I think that is going to wind up losing me the game. I just don't have the manpower to overtake how intense the defenses are in Vicksburg. So I'm going to have to get lucky, I think, in the final 8 turns or whatever it is, final 7 turns of the game. Otherwise, it's going to be a Confederate victory and they'll have held out. But it's been a good time nonetheless, and as you can see, the extremely fortified defenses of the Union positions at all crossings on the river. Maybe I should have pulled back earlier. Maybe I can pull back this coming turn. I don't know. It's going to be very difficult, I think, to get the manpower I need to make the attacks that I need. All right, one last look around here tonight. We've got a game of dual gauge going over here. It looks like 18XX.
But this only
always popular. Triumph and Tragedy still going. Looks like they've broken out into war. The Soviets are in Germany. That's concerning for the Axis player. Got 1979 Revolution in Iran by Dan Bullock set up here. This is a game I really want to play at some point. OCS continues. Looks like the Russians have stemmed the tide a little bit.
We'll see.
Yeah. They have set up Forgotten Battles, but I don't know if they've started playing yet. Those are thick counter stacks.
Yeah.
They're still going with Waterloo campaign. Looks like Prussians have held the French off. Holland 44, 30 Corps is on its way. Oh, 30 Corps is on its way.
Yeah, but like we got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, and Arnhem is looking good. Looks like the Axis have done a good job in there. Time of Crisis. Love this game. I played so many games on Rally of the Troops of Time of Crisis. It's a fantastic game. Looks like they're still playing Great War Commander over here. Utah Beach still going. A lot of World War II stuff. Bellow Wood doing some play testing. What else we got? They're still going in other side of the hill. Guess they didn't lose. This is where they left Victory Road. A lot of people just closing up shop right now. La Granja. I love this game. This is great. This has been a hit with my friends. Really great game.
Upgrade 1.
And we got Wellington going. Let's check in on Wellington. Oh wow. Gibraltar under siege, or
No, he took
you took Gibralter? Wow.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh my goodness, that's strategically disastrous.
Just like that.
He was.
A lot of people died in the walls of Gibraltar.
Wow. Army South doing work. All right, that is day 2, the night of day 2. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow.